What's up, dudes? Just having a little bagel and coffee here before the show starts. Mm-mm-mm. Tasty, tasty coffee. I never drink coffee at night, but I like to have a cup before the live stream, you know what I mean? So I'm on my A game. All right. We are ready. Know any knives that can compete with the Shaman? I do, actually. What price range are you thinking? Because I've got a couple in mind. Welcome, by the way. You're the first person in here. Any price range? All right, well, I'll give you a couple. Now, these are knives that I think not only look like the Shaman, but have similar blade shapes, similar size as well. Dr. Drew, what's happening, dude? So the first one is the Civivi Praxis. This is a pretty inexpensive knife. I think around I don't know, $50 right around there. This is a really good work knife. Kind of similar size to the Shaman. You have that like neutral kind of handle. Super duper comfortable. You got that choke up spot. Kind of broader blade. Very, very thin at the edge. This thing is a really good slicer. Very smooth too. Great flipping action. Civivi Praxis. The other one I had in mind was the Civivi Conspirator. This is a button lock with a flipper and the fuller, so you can get the reverse flick. And kind of just a similar blade shape. You got the neutral handle. It's very, very comfortable. You got the choke up spot. Kind of similarly, kind of a broad blade. This one's very thin at the edge, even thinner than the Praxis, even. So you can see, they look pretty similar. This one's right around, I think, $80. So those are just the two that, off the top of my head. I would recommend this Conspirator. The D10 is a little bit mushy. That's just kind of what you get with button locks a lot of the time. But it's a fun one for sure. Hope that helps. Those are the two I could think of off the top of my head. They're similar in general shape. Another badass button lock is the Orion Knives Solaris. This one's kind of similar too. You have the flipper tab, and you have thumb studs. Similar kind of broad blade, thin at the edge, choke up spot. Again, this one's probably the most comfortable of the three in the choked up spot. It's super duper comfortable, very comfortable, super smooth button lock action. I mean, look at this. It's crazy. This one feels crisp on the deployment too, much crisper than the Conspirator. This knife's $80. It comes with a titanium clip too. I really like this thing. One of my favorite button locks, for sure. I like the heavier blades that really drop shut like a guillotine. Yeah, the Conspirator is probably your best bet. It's not a super heavy blade, but the action is so smooth that it just falls shut so easily. I'm doing this left-handed too. It's just really easy. What? The dog's whining. It's got a really nice stone wash on the blade too. Very, very nice. One of my favorite stone washes I've ever seen, actually. Really nice. What, buddy? Go get your ball. Go get it. No whining. No. God. He doesn't like when I do videos. So, I have a little bit of a topic today, but I'm going to wait until we get some more people in here before we start getting into it. What's up with you guys? What did you guys carry today? What y'all got in the old pockets today? Got the Crowley coming in tomorrow. Nice. I have not used one before, no. I've never been able to handle one before. You have to let me know how it is, and I might buy one. Because it looks great. Really cheap, too. Aren't they around like $45? Yeah, let me know how it is. I carried a Mannix 2. Very nice. Very, very nice. I carried the Benchmade Griptilian. Not my favorite knife ever, and I've recently decided that this is going to be my hard use work knife, like very hard use. I've been carrying it for about a week and using it very hard, very hard. I'm not hesitating to cut anything with this. I cut a bunch of zip ties, cutting the tips off of like the caulking, whatever you call those, caulking squirter deals. Hard plastic, whatever. I'm just cutting everything with this knife. And I will say, the edge is holding up surprisingly good. I have had bad experiences with Benchmade's heat treat in the past. I had a mini Adamas in crewwear that chipped extremely easily. And ever since that happened, I've been a little bit skeptical of Benchmade's heat treats. And I've heard in the past, I've heard from other people too that they have gotten bad heat treats from Benchmade. So I was skeptical. But I can say with confidence that, at least on this knife, the S30V is done pretty darn well. I cut a bunch of zip ties one day, among other things, and I got home, stuck it on the strop, just a couple passes on the strop, and it was back to hair popping sharp. So that's pretty neat, you know? It's nice to have a hard use, kind of nicer knife, you know. A lot of my nice knives, I do not hard use them. I definitely carry them, but you know, if there's a zip tie or something that's going to possibly mess up my edge, I'll usually grab my Leatherman or something to cut it with instead of my knife. So it's pretty cool to have some S30V and a pretty good knife overall as a beater. It feels pretty nice. I like it. Creason's here. What's up, dude? You should have sent it back. Mine's a beast. It's so thick, though. It had better be. Yeah, I liked it. I liked the knife. It was super duper smooth. I had no blade play with the axis lock. And usually I have a little bit of blade play on all my Benchmades. I have a little bit of blade play. Even on the Griptilian here, just a little bit. but not on the Mini Adamas. That thing was rock solid. Yes, it was pretty thick behind the edge. It was not a slicer. Oh, you did a regrind? Okay. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. But it was a cool knife. I liked it. I only had it for like a week, and I wanted to test out the crewware because it was my first time with crewware. And so I did some very light chopping into a 2x4. Very light. I wasn't going ham on it or anything. And I looked down and there was a tiny little chip. So I don't know what the fuck happened with that. Go get your ball. Go get it. No. Go get your ball. Go on. Go get it. Forgot to like the video. Yeah, nice. Thanks, man. Yeah, everyone liked the video. It's negative 13 there. Jeez, that's gnarly. Is the video quality looking better or worse than last time? To me, it looks a little bit worse than last time. I don't know why that is. I actually kind of like it, though. It reminds me of, like, some, like, cheaply made 90s commercial or something on cable TV with the kind of shitty green screen. I like it. $14 here. I can't even imagine using a knife right now. Yeah, I know what you mean. When it's really cold out, you don't want anything metal touching your fingers. And you know, your fingers hurt a lot more when it's cold out. If you scrape them on something or bang it on whatever, it hurts a lot more when it's cold out. Yes, it is a tool background. It absolutely is. Go get your ball. Go get it. No. Go get it. God damn it. Go on. I have to lock him out for a minute. Yeah, I'm a big tool fan. In fact, I don't know if I have it right here. I don't think I do. No, I don't have it right here. Maybe sometime I'll show you. I have this really cool limited release album for their latest album, Fear Inoculum. I paid a little extra and I got the CD booklet thing, and you open it up and there's a little video screen inside there. And when you open up the CD case, a video starts playing on it. And it's really cool. It's really just trippy, weird video. And it's really long too. It lasts like I don't know, like 5 minutes. And you know, it has all the regular stuff you get in the CD with it as well. But it's pretty fucking cool, and it's rechargeable too. So there's a tiny little spot where you can recharge it in the back, so you can always open it up and watch it forever. It's fucking cool. I got to see them in Los Angeles a couple years back, and it was definitely the best concert I've ever been to. Absolutely. Not even a question. What's up, my doodles? Yep, the old doodles. So, remember I loved The Pot when it came out and their album wasn't on iTunes. Hunt down the physical record. Yeah, they weren't on iTunes for a very long time. Or Spotify or any streaming service. They only went on streaming services only like 2 or 3 years ago. So yeah, you had to buy the record. So yeah, I have all the 2 albums. I bought them all. I think that was a pretty smart move, though. Honestly, I mean, it really, it kind of adds some mystique to the band. And, Maynard has said that their albums are really meant to be listened to all the way through, or at least that's the best way to experience it. And, on iTunes or Spotify, you can, especially on iTunes, you can buy just one song. And that's not how they wanted their album to be listened to. So they decided to only have the physical copies, which I think is pretty cool. Pink Floyd said the same thing, that their albums were meant to be listened to all the way through. I remember when the latest album came out, the Fear Inoculum, it was their first album they had released in like 12, 15 years or something like that. It was a long-ass time. And me and my buddy Aaron were so excited for it. We did a listening party, just me and him. We got stoned, drank some beers, and we listened to the entire Tool discography, starting from the beginning all the way to the end, every single album, every song in chronological order. And then when we got to after 10,000 Days, we put on the new record, listened to that for the first time. It was fucking cool, man. Yeah, if you ever get a chance to see him, I would definitely do whatever you could to do it. That's a no-no for you. YouTube Music. What the hell is that? How does that work? Alright, let me let the dog back in, see if he'll be quiet. Come on. You gotta be quiet, dude. Go get your bone or something. Where's your bone at? Here. Show me your bone. All right, would you guys excuse me for like 2 minutes, or probably 1 minute? I'm going to put some peanut butter in this bone for him so that he'll be occupied. Will you guys hang out for a minute? I'll be literally right back. Loki. All right, you shut up now, buddy. You shut up. All right. So, I have some thoughts. Oh shit. What is that? What is that picture you just sent me? So, you guys haven't seen it yet, but I have a video coming out tomorrow talking about some of these button locks. What's up, Robert? Because I've gotten a few button locks recently. The Cormorant here, the CJRB Pyrite, and technically the Smock as well. And so I made a video that's coming out tomorrow just talking about button locks and a couple kind of like pet peeves that I have with them. And then I have a full review coming out of this knife, the Cormorant, on Thursday. In that review, I talk about how it feels mushy. I think I mentioned that in the live last week. And since I made that video a few days ago, I'm actually kind of coming around to it. I don't know if this knife has just broken in better or if I'm just kind of getting used to how it is. But it's not bothering me as much as it was initially. It's definitely not as snappy as the Pyrite. This Pyrite is, it's a very well done button lock. I don't know what exactly they're doing inside that plunge lock to make it crispier, but they did it right with this one. On the Cormorant, not so much, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting used to it, or it's breaking in. I'm not sure. But this knife is really fun. I can't deny how fun it is to operate. There's just so many ways to open it. It's starting to make a little ting noise when it opens. You probably won't be able to hear it. It wasn't doing that before, so it must be just breaking in or something. So I like it more now. It's a cool knife. I always liked it, but the mushiness was always kind of bothering me a little bit. I leftied it. Yeah. Changed my mind. It's a trailer that Popo uses. Okay, that's what I thought it was. So it's basically a speed radar to catch you speeding, and takes a picture of your license plate. We have those here too, but they don't look like that. They're usually over here. They're usually on top of the traffic lights. You want to know something crazy? I have never in my life gotten a speeding ticket, ever. I've only been pulled over on the freeway once, and it was for speeding, but the guy decided to let me off. But I drive a big old diesel truck because I got it's a welding rig, so I drive really slow. Anyways, I drive really slow. Huh. Somehow got a scratch on my Finch. I don't know how that happened. Oh, it's okay. Oh, in other news, it's kind of crazy. So, you guys saw my unboxing of my XM18, I assuming that you did. I've wanted this knife for as long as I can remember. I finally have one. It's awesome. I love it. But I've always wanted a full titanium one, you know? This is a G10 jade scale on this side, and it looks good. But, full tie, obviously, will be better. And Hinderer makes these textured titanium scales, which are the same texture that's on the G10 here, but it's on titanium. And I was just talking to Diener about it the night before, and that morning I saw a notification that said that these textured titanium scales were on the website, on the Hinderer website. And guys, they do not drop those very often at all. They're very hard to get, and when they are dropped, they go super fast. But I had gotten up to take a piss in the middle of the night, so it was like 2 a.m., and I was able to get one. I don't know how or why, but I got one. I finally got one. So very excited. It's the textured titanium scale with the working finish. They make a couple different finishes on their titanium scales. They make like a more shiny one, and then a more it's not really a stone wash, but it's kind of like a just looks a little darker. And I got that one. I got the working finish one. So very excited. Oh, Brian's here. What's up, man? Brian from Blue Creek Knives. How's it going, man? But yeah, the mushy button lock thing, I don't. I wish I knew what's going on inside of there that makes it feel mushy. Because, I mean, most of you guys have probably felt more than one button lock and maybe multiple. And you know that some feel like they have a better detent than others. It must have to do with the tolerances, the tolerances in there. You know how that plunge lock is. How it jumps up onto the tang there. I really don't know. But it seems like if companies like CJRB can do it well, then why doesn't everyone do it well? You know? That's why it bothered me on the Cormorant, because the Kaiser could make a really nice snappy button lock. They could do it, but they just didn't. They just said, no, we're not going to do it. The older I get, the slower I drive. Yeah, I know. I feel like an old man when I drive. And sometimes I piss people off because I drive so slow. Diener, what's up, man? But I've never got a speeding ticket, so, kind of pays off. Also, it's always funny when someone blazes past you and then they disappear, and then you get to the stoplight and he's right there. And you're like, dude, nice job. We ended up at the same spot, so you did that for nothing. People drive horribly this time of year too. I know. What is it? Is it the weather? I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that too. I think it's the weather, probably. I don't know. Oreo Dave, what's happening? Great background. Thank you, thank you. I've never got a speeding ticket, but I do speed. How are you getting away with that? It's going to catch up to you one day. Lucifer is here. Hey, did you get your package yet, brother? It should have been there by now. Here's another thing I want to talk about. Oh, it came yesterday. Sweet, man. How are you liking that that petrified fish? Was it the 838? Kevin's here. Richard's here. Nice. Hang on. There are apps for that. You talking about the maps that tell you where the cops are on the highway? Oh yeah, so I recently got myself a pair of calipers because I want to start measuring knives when I'm reviewing them. I think it'd be a good good information for you guys to have, especially thickness behind the edge. I mean, that's probably the most important measurement when you're thinking about buying a knife. You want to know how slicey it's going to be, or if you are doing something with it where you might want a thicker edge, some thicker geometry, then it's just good to know. So I got a pair of calipers and I measured almost all of my knives earlier this evening because if you're like me, when you watch a reviewer and they say, they're reviewing a knife and they say, oh, it's 18 thousandths behind the edge. In my mind, I'm like, okay, cool, but I have no idea what 18 thousandths is, so I have no frame of reference for that information to be relevant to me at all. So I figured I'm going to measure most of my knives, at least maybe the more popular ones, and then when I'm reviewing a knife, I can say, hey, say we were reviewing the Cormorant here. I'll say, hey, this is 18 thousandths behind the edge, and for reference, the Baby Banter is 17, the Benchmade Griptilian is 25, PM2 is 24, Elementum's 20. You know what I mean? So if you have one of those knives, then you'll kind of be able to gauge how thin the Cormorant is behind the edge. So I think that's a good idea for the reviews because it always bugs me when reviewers would tell me that because I'm like, dude, not everyone has a pair of calipers and not everybody can picture in their head what 25 thousandths is. 10,000 days, yes sir, it is. So you guys want to find out what some measurements are here? The thinnest knife behind the edge that I have. Anyone want to guess? Those of you guys that know my collection fairly well, take a guess. What's the thinnest behind the edge blade that I have? Take a guess. And then we'll do thickest. Civivi? Yes, it is a Civivi. Chavez? No, it's not the Chavez. I actually didn't measure the Chavez. Maybe we should do that. Let's measure the Chavez real quick. I mean, it is surprisingly thin for how beefy the knife is, but it's definitely not the thinnest. Let's see. $21, $20. Wow, that's surprisingly thin, actually. That's right around Elementum thickness right there. That's very surprising. No, so the thinnest is my Baby Banter. This is the thinnest edge geometry I have in my collection. It is right around 17 thousandths. You kind of have to average out. I usually measure the tip, middle, and then the heel back here, and then kind of average out, so I don't have to give you three numbers. The Baby Banter was in between 16 and 18, more consistently 17. So this is a good example of a knife that's very thin behind the edge. Now the thickest, it's actually not the Hinderer, although it was close. It's the Griptilian. The Griptilian is the thickest behind the edge blade that I have. I was going to guess Baby Banter, but I couldn't remember if you had one. How could I forget that peppermint? Yeah. What's the stock on the banter? Let's see here. At the thickest point, it is 93 thousandths. And let's see. In fractions, that's about... Looks like about 3/16, maybe? Or sorry. 3/32? I don't know. It's like... It's a little over an 1/8 inch. Slightly. I don't know. What's I'm not good at converting fractions to or decimals to fractions. Whatever 93 thousandths is. Seems crazy. Maybe that's why it's thinner than the hollow grind on the Elementum. The Elementum is 20 thousandths. So close. You know, Baby Banter 17, Elementum 20. The mini bed glider is also very thin. It's 18 thousandths. 93 over 1,000. Thanks, Dina. That's very helpful. The riffle is super slicey. Yeah, I don't... I've never owned one of those. That's a good knife, though. So yeah, the Chavez was surprisingly thin. Another one I was kind of surprised with is the 80-20.5 is pretty darn thick. Let's see. .23, so it's only slightly thinner behind the edge than the Griptilian, but they have a very wide edge bevel on here, so you probably can't really see, but you know there's more taper, so you know it's going to be a bit thinner at the very, very edge than it would be if it had more of a thin edge bevel. So I think that's why I don't really notice it cutting, because I didn't have it in my head that this was a very thick behind the edge knife, so that's probably why. The PM2 was kind of also surprising. I thought it would be a lot thinner than the Griptilian, but it's only slightly thinner than the Griptilian. Around 23 thousandths. The PM2 is around 23. I think. Let me check. $24 right there. 23 right there. $22 at the tip. So, you know, it's relatively thin. More closer to Benchmade than the Baby Banter, that's for sure. So the Baby Banter and the Mini Bed Glider, super, super thin. I'm curious if there has ever been, I'm sure there has. I'd be curious to see if there is very many pocket, at least folding knives with like, talking like 12 thousandths. There's got to be, right? Had to put a lieutenant on admin leave. Probably going to fire him. Oh, that sucks. I've never had to fire anybody because I've never had an employee, but I imagine it'd be pretty shitty. Traditionals are crazy thin. I I guess I don't really own any true traditionals. I have some Rough Riders and my proper, but that's about it. Oh, you know what we should measure is a Victorinox. Let's check out the blade on my my Tinker here. I'm pretty sure that Victorinox uses this same blade on a probably a pretty good amount of different models. So this should be you know, pretty similar on yours if you have a different one. Let's check it out. Ooh, baby. Oh, shit. It's thin as fuck. It's 11 thousandths towards the tip. Or wait, let's see. Come on, it's so thin it's hard to get it. No, it's more like 12. But still, holy shit. Then back here it is 13. That's thin as fuck. That is very thin. Yeah. How about the Finch Holiday? Come on. Looks like right around 15. So that's pretty thin. 15. No, more like 16. Guess 20. That's pretty close. Not as thin as it feels. It feels much thinner than that for some reason. I measured this earlier and I was kind of expecting it to be like, yeah, like, I don't know, like baby banter thin. For some reason, it feels really thin. What else can we measure? Is there anything you guys can think of that I can measure that will help give you like a frame of reference, like a, I don't know, like a penny or something that everyone has? Is everyone feeling pretty confident that they're, you know, understanding kind of the range of things? Because I want, you know, when I do the review, I want it to be helpful. Let's see what else I got here. A beard whisker. That's a good idea. See if I got any loose ones here. I don't think I do. I just took a shower. Come on. Check the mustache. Nope, I don't have any. How about a piece of paper? Or how about a receipt? Receipts are very thin. Will it even register? I would be surprised. Oh, wow, it does. Okay, a receipt is 2 thousandths. So, let's see. The baby banter behind the edge is about 6 pieces of receipt paper. That's thin as fuck, man. That helps you put it in perspective. That's thin as fuck. How about a regular piece of paper? 4 thousandths. So the baby banter is about 3 pieces of paper. A business card? Yeah, let me get one. A business card. Yeah, that's a good one. This is 17 thousandths. So, oh wait, no, sorry. I was doing the math wrong. For some reason I was thinking the baby banter was 12. Sorry. So, the Victorinox is 3 pieces of paper. That's what I was thinking of. The a business card is about exactly the same behind the edge as the baby banter. So yeah, that's thin. That's thin as fuck. How about a dollar bill? This is fun, just measuring stuff. I feel like when I was a kid and my dad gave me my first tape measure. I was running around the house just measuring shit. 4,000, same as the piece of paper. Your riffle is 8 thousandths? No fucking way. Holy shit. That's fucking crazy, man. Yeah, 8 thousandths is fucking gnarly. How about the Spyderco Roadie? This is a thin little guy. Oh, it's actually not super thin. Yeah, it's really not that thin, actually. It's about 16. So only very slightly thinner than the banter, baby banter. I thought it'd be more than that. Or, sorry, less than that. Freaking dog. Come on. Man, if that riffle is 8 thousandths, I'll order one right now. I will order one right now. Let's go take a look at it. Oh, this is the Damascus one. That's pretty cool though. It's on sale for $78. The Damascus in carbon fiber. Oh, it's a carbon fiber overlay. Yeah, never mind. If it was just G10, I'd be more interested. But those overlays, man, they kill a knife. $48 is pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. I don't think they list the thickness behind the edge. I mean, it's pretty rare that you see that information when you're looking at the specs on a knife. I wish they would more often, but there's probably so much. I mean, it is going to vary a little bit depending on who's putting the edge on the knife, probably. If they put a thicker edge bevel on or a thinner one, unless they have a machine doing it. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take your word for it, though. You managed to cheer me up. Nice. Ms. Me's here. What's happening? Dude, get your bone. No worries, Richard. You talk about whatever the hell you want, man. It's all good. I want a Jack Wolf knife. I'm done with case. Yeah, I think those Jack Wolf knives are overpriced. There's a couple that I do think look nice. I think they look really nice, but I can't bring myself to pay that much, man. They are too expensive. The Vampire Jack is probably the one I would get. $300, man. Oh my god. I mean, I know the fit and finish is probably excellent, and you're getting M390, fat carbon or micarta, titanium bolsters, titanium liners. So, it's a well-built knife with great materials, but I cannot bring myself to pay that much. I just can't do it. Rough Rider makes a nice folder. Hell yeah, they do. For the money, they make the best. One of the best. I bought 6 Rough Rider reserves. Had to send 3 back. What were the issues? I've never bought a Rough Rider reserve. Rough Rider reserve, if you don't know, is kind of their more premium line, but they are still, very well priced. Nothing crazy. I think they get into like the $50 to $60, 70. I don't know. Not talking like Rough Rider prices, $20, $25. The Cyborg Jack is nice, but yeah. I don't know. The Cyborg Jack, it's not one of my favorite ones, but it definitely unique and kind of crazy looking for sure. $60. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't even like M390. Yeah, it's not my favorite either. M390 is not my favorite steel. It's kind of funny. When I first started collecting knives, I had it in my head that M390 was like the upper echelon of blade steels. And I don't know if that's my fault or if I kind of feel like it's kind of advertised as that a lot of the time. Just because, almost all higher end knives are in M390 for some fucking reason. But yeah, it's definitely not my favorite steel. I don't even think it's one of the best steels either. It's definitely good, but it's just a bitch to sharpen, man. It is a bitch. I had to reprofile a knife in M390. I forget which one it was. But the edge was fucked, and I had to completely reprofile it. And I went through, I destroyed an entire side of my work sharp stone. It was a brand new stone on here. I think it was the 320. By the time I was done, it was just smooth. There was like no diamond texture left on it at all. It took forever. The Venom Jack Warney, yeah, that's a good one too. That's a very good one. Definitely looks good, like I said, but I can't pay that much. Yes, Diener is correct. Go look at the Ohio River Jack. They have a Warncliffe and a Sheep's Foot and a couple others too. And I have never owned one, but Diener does, and he loves it. And I will absolutely be buying it at some point. I've wanted it for forever. But they make a full tie one with the jig titanium, and then they make one with natural micarta. That's a little bit cheaper. But yeah, very good alternative to the Venom Jack or the Jack Wolf knives, and much much cheaper. The QSP Hedgehog, yeah. Yeah, I've been looking at that one too, man. Supposedly that one is insanely thin behind the edge, is what I heard. I forget where I heard that. But, yeah, it looks pretty good, man. How much is it again? Let's go look at it. Let's head over to good old Blue Creek Knives. How about that? Let's see what they got here. There it is, the Hedgehog. $84 for golden carbon fiber. That's pretty good. There's a full tie one as well. Let's see if we can see how much that one is. Oh, there's also a green micarta. Ooh. That's even cheaper. 57? Shit. I didn't know it was this cheap. For some reason, I don't know. I was looking at the titanium one, and I assumed that was the only one. I didn't know they came in micarta. Looks like he only has the micarta, red carbon fiber, and golden carbon fiber. But man, $58? That is sweet, dude. I like that kind of like large jigging on the handle here into the micarta. That looks cool. I like this the nail nick slot. Yeah, it's like a folding straight razor sort of shape. I think this thing looks sweet. I'm gonna have to try to resist buying this. Buying this. That's gonna be tough to not buy that. I've cut myself off from knife purchases for for the foreseeable month probably. Hedgehog is the titanium hedgehog is 143. Dean says. Resisting is futile. God damn it. Hang on. Loki, what are you barking at? Come on. You know you're right, because remember how I told you I wasn't going to be making any more purchases? I bought a knife last night, actually. God damn it. It was a good deal. Kaiser's having a pretty good deal right now on the Kaiser website. They're having like a 10% off sale, but then you could put in a code and get even more. The code is Kaiser 2022, no spaces. And I picked up a mini sheepdog for $50. I couldn't resist it. I just couldn't do it. I got the double detent one too. I think it's going to be really fun. I was watching a video of some guy. You could flip it out and then just pop it down with your pointer finger really easily. And it's got that forward finger choil, so you don't have to worry about it closing on you. So I think it's going to be really fun, man. I literally couldn't help myself. Literally. Fokey, stop it. Go chew on your bone. Go chew on your bone. I'll be done soon, buddy. Sencut Bronte. I haven't seen that one. Bronte. Oh yeah, I have seen this one. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's a crazy blade shape. I don't even know what you'd call that. Pretty cool though. 43 bucks. You got a yeah, you got a front flipper and a fuller. Some micarta. Has anyone experienced Sencut's micarta? And if so, how is it? I'm assuming it's not great because Civivi's micarta isn't great at all. I know that's if I bought this, that would be something that would bother me is the shitty micarta. The sheepdog is my favorite Kaiser. I have a full size. I'm gonna mod. Ooh, I know, man. I've always wanted a sheepdog. I just never got one, and I think the mini double D10 is gonna be a fun one. But I would like the regular size eventually too. I was offline for 3 years. Lots happened since. Oh yeah. Are you guys in the States? Some of us are. Some of us are in Canada. Some of us are in Germany. We're all over the place. The October, yeah, that's another one I've always kind of had my eye on, especially those new titanium frame lock versions. It's basically, yeah, it's just kind of a differently shaped sheepdog, basically. In fact, let's just go to the Kaiser website, right? Since we're talking about them, we'll check out these deals. Of course, they have all the new fat carbon shit. It looks amazing. Have to resist. um, yeah, look at these sales, man. They have the Feist XL for 180 and 20 CV and that purple fat carbon. This is the best looking Feist XL I've seen for 180. That's pretty gnarly. The drop bear in the fat carbon in L Max, 220, piece of cake. Towser S for 65, and you can put that code on top of these. So let's see what would happen here. Can I? No, I'm gonna have to put in my address and everything. But yeah, the code Kaiser 2022 will work. I was gonna look at the October. Yeah, it looks cool, man. It's kind of just well, in relation to the mini sheepdog, I'm not sure what you know how big it is in comparison to that one, but compared to the regular sheepdog, this one's smaller. And look at that! Look at that milling on the titanium. I've never seen anything like that. That's very cool. Similar deal, it's a sheep's foot blade with a choke up spot. Kind of similarly shaped handle. You got the hole, deployment hole, but this one has a fuller as well. That one's 15% off. And they have the micarta ones for 130. G10 one for 75. Here's a micarta one for 75. Mizme's heading out. Right on, dude. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging out. Doody gang is worldwide. Hell yeah. I know, it's hard, man. Now, after the mini sheepdog, I really am cut off. I really am cut off for at least like 3 weeks, at least. I'm done. I'm done. In between the mini and full-size sheepdog. Yeah, well, I didn't even look at the size on the October. Let's see. Where are the specs? Hello. There we go. Blade length 2.93. Overall 7.1. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it would be, actually. Yeah, it's like a medium-sized knife. They call this a cleaver blade. I would not call that a cleaver blade. Would you? Would you guys call that a cleaver blade? To me, a cleaver blade squares off at the tip. You know what I mean? But who the fuck knows? Hey, Nate's just popping in. What's up, man? Seems like you always pop in right when we're about to end it. Oh my god, Tool. Everyone's loving the Tool background. That makes me happy. We got some Tool fans. I should change it at least once though before we end. Let me see what other stuff we can put in the background. Let's see here. I think I got oh yeah, I have this one. Or no, we should do. Yeah, let's try this one. A little change of pace. No, not that one. There we go. Underwater. I said back before I got the green screen that I wanted to do one where I was underwater. So here we go. A bit obsessed with Tool and Typo Negative and much more. Hell yeah, man. I'm definitely obsessed with Tool. I've honestly never really listened to Typo Negative that much. So I feel like since you said that, I should do a deep dive. I should do a deep dive and kind of check them out. Zoom, we're still working on. Oh yeah, so yeah, you guys still want to do the Zoom hangout this weekend? It is better where it is. Where to take me from. Yeah, I remember. I had a lot of buddies growing up that were really into Typo Negative. And I never disliked them, but I just, for some reason, they just really weren't on my radar as much. I'm not sure why. But yeah, so you guys still want to do the Zoom hangout this weekend? Get like however many people want to do it. Like, I don't know. Probably a maximum of like 10. I think that should probably be the maximum. But, I know Krista wants to. I think Robert does. I think Diener does, possibly. Anyone else? Richard? Anybody? I'll probably just post a link to the Zoom meeting in my Instagram, and then whoever the fuck wants to come in can just come on in. Lucifer's down. Diener, if I'm able to pull away from the restaurant. Okay. Right on, Nate. Thanks for coming in, man. Nate is a fucking MVP of commenting, man. This dude fucking rocks. He comments on almost every one of my videos. I'm not a Zoom guy. I'm not either, man. I've never tried it. But I'm going to try to figure it out. It should be pretty easy. I think what will happen is I'll send you a link to it on whatever, email or something, Instagram. And you should be able to just click the link and then you're in. You will need a webcam if you have a laptop. There's one built in, obviously. All that stuff. So last weekend open before we close. Well, we could postpone it for the weekend after. We could do that too. A little scared. I'm used to it at this point. I'm in front of a camera. I'm in front of a camera now more than I have ever in my entire life. It's pretty crazy. Before I started this channel, I was never, ever on camera. Isn't that the weekend before Christmas? Is it? Is it really that coming up that quickly? Let's see. Yeah, it is actually. Yeah, well, okay, we'll do it this weekend. Hopefully Dino can make it. Yeah. I got an email saying that there were some LUDTs in stock today somewhere. I forget where it was. But that was pretty interesting because I wasn't even sure if Microtech was still making LUDTs, but I guess they are. I will try work as nuts. Yeah, no, yeah, obviously no pressure. Just, we'll do it. I'll do it. And anyone that shows up will have some fun. Never spoke in front of others? Never in your entire life? Fuck, dude. It's alright, Robert. It'll be fun. Alright, folks. Any last comments? Concerns? If you want to give some flowers to somebody, you can. So I just applied for YouTube monetization. So we'll see. I reached my required watch hours thanks to you guys watching my shit. So now I qualify for becoming monetized. And there's an application process which I'll pass. You just have to not have any strikes against your channel, which I don't. So it could take anywhere from a couple days to a month. But once that happens, I don't even really know what to expect at all. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I have no idea. I think something that will change is you guys will be able to do like super chats and that kind of stuff on the lives. So that'll be a thing. And then I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be an ad in front of my videos now. I have no idea. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I will keep you guys updated on it. Right on. Yeah, Richard, good luck, man. Do what you gotta do, and, yeah. Do what you gotta do, man. I know you're a good guy. I can tell that. I just wanted to say I was here from start to finish and don't regret a second of it. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Thanks for hanging out for the whole thing, man. That was sweet. Alright, well, you guys are awesome. Much love. Much love to you. What was it that Ringo said? You guys remember that video where Ringo's saying that he won't sign any more autographs? Have you guys seen that? Oh my god. If you haven't, we have to watch that really quick. Hold on. Hold on, dude. Let me find it. He goes, I have too much to do. I'm warning you with peace and love. That's what he says. He says, I'm warning you with peace and love. All right, I found it. Here we go. This cracks me up.
This is a serious message to everybody watching.
Wait, can you guys hear that or no? Can you guys hear that? Say yes or no. It's not coming through my speakers. You can? Okay. Is it too loud? All right, I'll start it over.
This is a serious message to everybody watching my update right now. Peace and love, peace and love. I want to tell you, please, after the 20th of October, do not send fan mail to any address that you have. Nothing will be signed after the 20th of October. If that has a date on the envelope, it's going to be tossed. I'm warning you with peace and love, but I have too much to do. So no more fan mail. Thank you, thank you. And no objects to be signed. Nothing. Anyway, peace and love, peace and love.
That cracks me up, man. I'm warning you. Peace and love. Oh, God. All right. Fucking Ringo, man. All right. Thanks for hanging out, dudes. Peace and love. Peace and love. Later. See you in the next one.